Good morning, everyone. This is Michael DeGioia from the Affinity Trading Institute, joining you in the Legends of Wall Street trading room. Another fun-filled day in earnings season. Okay, we are beginning earnings season in precisely one day. Alcoa earnings coming out tomorrow after the bell. Alcoa. Okay, today we've had two very, very bad earnings reports. One was Yum. Okay, Yum is not looking so yummy right now. Okay, Yum. Okay, and we have Monsanto, which also getting a little bit beat up. Okay, so we have two plays that we like to play. Number one, on Yum. Let's go through the list. And this is, if anybody is interested in learning more about this, okay, you can see that Yum got utterly crushed. Okay, Yum is right now trading at $71, which is right underneath support. Now, when I zoom out on Yum, and I'm just going to make this chart a little bit bigger, okay, when I zoom out on Yum, this is a head and shoulders that has gotten beheaded. Okay, potentially even a neckline break. Okay, so if you look at Yum, there's the shoulder, there's the head, there's the shoulder. The catalyst is the earnings report. If we break this point here, okay, we break this point here, Yum can drop down to $66. So first stop would be 69, second stop would be 66. All right, so let's keep an eye on Yum. Okay, I'm also going to show you, so this is the pre-market chart on Yum. Okay, so far Yum is rallying up. If Yum rallies into the pre-market high, okay, then that is a great area to have a low-risk short on this stock. All right, so just be aware of that Yum is a very, very high odds. I'm going to say it's an A-rated gap. Okay, the reason I'm going to say that is, well, there is really not too much. I mean, this was a green day, but I'm a little bit on the fence as to whether or not this is through support or resistance. It looks to me like it's through it, so I'm going to say it's on the borderline between an A and an A plus rated gap. If you did want to take it pre-market, you probably could. I am not going to do that. I just think that it's a great chart. By the way, guys, Yum yesterday was my best trade of the day. Called off the 15-minute chart. I did get a little bit chopped up in the beginning of the day. Very first trade of the day was a profitable long on Yum. Then I tried it, later in the day and got stopped out once, and then I took it again, put a stop on it underneath the low of the day, and actually ended up getting my target, which very rarely happens. Made $1, on Yum, a little bit over $1 actually. I think I got in at, I'm not exactly remembering all the exact numbers, but I took 500 shares at around 82.40 and got out at 83.49, which is almost the absolute high of the day. So amazingly, I actually got the full run, a $1 run on a stock, or just under $1 run on a stock. And those of you who stayed with Yum, great job. I know Erwin got back in and did well with that. The next one is Monsanto. Okay, so there would be the 3-minute low would be what I would be looking for it to break on Yum. I'm going to use either the 3-minute low or the 5-minute low. Now, guys, what would make Yum invalid? Okay, what would make Yum invalid? If it starts to rally, okay, like it's doing a little bit right now, and break above the point that it gapped down, okay, if it starts to break above the pre-market highs, I might want to hold off on it and then wait for a sell setup, okay? Just to remind you what a sell setup looks like. Sell setup looks like this. This is what a sell setup looks like. Okay, and then if you don't get the sell set up, then maybe if you get the sell set up and you miss it, then maybe wait for 1, 2, 3 continuation down. So remember, these plays are big plays. They might not happen right when you want them to, but I mean, I'm looking at this very, very positively. If you notice, it's come into the area, and it's actually like almost triggering right now. Okay, like if I put on this 1 minute chart with pre-market data, okay, it just triggered now. So if you're aggressive, you could actually short this now with a stop above the high and short it in the pre-market so that you're in it when it opens. Okay, that would be an aggressive play. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait, see what it does on the open, okay, and then choose my direction. Okay, the other one is Monsanto. Okay, Monsanto looks very similar to Yum. The trend is down. Last 4 bars were a sell setup. Now Monsanto is gapping down massively. Okay, closed at 88.20. It's opening at 84. Okay, by all rights, Monsanto should get down to 82.50, maybe 82. Okay, is everybody clear on that? Guys, I have to call somebody out. He's done it twice now. I'm not 100%. I'm going to double check it before I call him out. You may have to fire him. That's what you used to do on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. They used to call you out. They used to say, member disgraced. I would say Yum is a better short than Mon, but that's just my gut. It's not really anything. I would say they're both good shorts. And so Irwin's asking me how many. Okay, so your risk tolerance is going to be, you're either trading $10,000, right? In which case you can only take 100 shares, or $20,000, in which case you take 200 shares. It's an $80 stock. Kenny, did you say something?
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
Okay.
I was just going to say I would not short anything unless they go negative, because as long as all I'm seeing in the blogosphere and marketwatch.com, everyone's still convinced we're going to test new lows, or at least the lows that we saw in August. Baby, as long as they keep saying that, this market's going higher. And of course, if I'm wrong, it'll start with a reversal today. I don't think I'm going to be wrong. But again, if we go negative today, we'll probably have some nice selling. But I would not be looking for shorts. Look for stocks that have been beaten down in the oil service sector, like your rigs and your CDRLs and your Schlumbergers.
So guys,
oil.
Kenny, just give me a second, because this has nothing to do with the market. This has to do with Yum's earnings, and their earnings were bad. Okay, so this stock is going to trade on its own page today, and if you shorted where we just first mentioned it, you're already up probably from 71.20. You're up almost $1. Okay, so yes, I agree with Kenny that if you're trading regular day trading, if you're gap trading, the stock that you're trading based off of the gap has nothing to do with the market. Monsanto, you probably are safer to wait till the market open, but chances are Monsanto, which is in a big downtrend, had bad earnings. Whatever the market does, Monsanto is probably not going to be the stock that runs today. So I would agree with Kenny under normal circumstances, but with Yum and Monsanto, these are great pre-market gap plays that are based purely on the weirdness of their own situation. So you just got to remember what style of trading you're doing, okay? If you're doing gap trading, then it doesn't matter. That's why I like gap trading. Like yesterday with Pepsi, okay? Pepsi did whatever the hell Pepsi was going to do in the morning. Later in the day, Pepsi acted like a completely different stock. Hey guys, the market's opening. I was going to call out one trader. Hey guys, let's watch Yum and Monsanto at the open. Guys, Yum is already dropping, so if you didn't short it pre-market, okay, you missed the move. Okay, now you should be peeling off some of your profits. Okay, because Yum is probably going to bounce as it's hitting the pre-market low. So if you shorted it post-market at the double top, pre-market rather, this is a great place for you to cover some. Let's see the cues, guys. Guys, the cues are fading as well. We've already got a fade inclination on the cues. Monsanto, let's look at Monsanto. Okay, Monsanto is rallying. I would wait for this one to give me a sell setup before I short this one. This one is rallying into its declining moving averages. Okay, guys, let's watch for a sell setup of some kind on Yum. So if you shorted it pre-market, you covered it at 69.80. Now you're waiting for this to put in like a high and a lower high for an entry. But we have no trigger as of yet. FLX. I don't see any. I'm looking at the gap. What's it? Yeah, I don't know what Netflix is. Okay, guys, I think we're getting a trigger down on Yum. But you might want to give it one more bar in case it's just a red bar ignored and rally back up to the highs. I'm going to look at Monsanto as well in 2 seconds. All right, guys, I took a little bit of Yum short. Okay, that was the sell setup trigger. Okay? Now we should take out the lows on Yum on the short. High, failure to make a new high. We should make a lower low. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a little bit of profit on this because I'm already up 50 cents. Okay, so I covered half. Guys, you can't beat these gap plays when they work. Can't beat them. Guys, breaking the low on Yum. Breaking the low on Yum, guys. Okay, guys, breaking the low on Yum, Monsanto. Never triggered. So cancel Monsanto, focus on Yum. Covering some more on Yum. Okay, guys, so now we've almost faded the whole pre-market gap. Okay? Beast of burden. Look at that, guys. I mean, how can you, where else can you make from $71.20 to $68 in 6 minutes? That's an A+ gap. All right, guys, we are beautiful, beautiful trade on Monsanto. I mean, on Yum, rather. I am still in a little bit of this. I'm probably going to get out of it soon, but I don't have any reason to get out of it because it's still going down. All right, I got out. But guys, you get the gist. I mean, technically, I'm done for the day. It was 8 minutes.
Me too.
I know. Thanks to my trade. You're welcome.
No, it was actually on my list too, but I'll give you some credit. You confirmed it.
Yeah. So
Bank of America, nice.
What is that?
Bank of America, nice for those swing traders in the calls.
Yes, Bank of America is nice. By the way, Yum,
Apple,
if you have a coin,
faded.
You can run it.
Faded. I look for Yum to retest a 52-week low, which is at 65.81.
Guys, you know what's the most upsetting part of all this? Is that many of you did not take Yum. Okay? That's the most upsetting part of all this for me.
You should seem like he cries. He cries over this stuff.
I do. I get upset. You're trading on our account, so I want to make the money.
So so here's the other thing. If you look at A day like today, when you have a gap up, you want to look for weakness, the stocks that have been, or the sectors that have been really weak, if you're going to play the short on it. So I liked Yum better, but as did Mike, but my second choice was the BBH, which is down $1 and change off the open because it's been so weak lately. So gapping up on it on no news, typically that's a good fade. It went about $1.70 off the open. So that was just as good a trade. And like I said, that was my second, my runner-up fade for the day. I was looking at the BBH to short because of that. I'd be out of it now, by the way, but you could have got $1.70 on that trade if you would have looked for. What you don't want to do is you don't want to be shorting on a gap up stocks that have been really strong, and that includes like the oils, because they've been strong the last couple of days, and oil has been strong. So those weren't on my list to short. The biotechs, we know yesterday the NASDAQ was down, and the only reason it was down because the biotechs were so weak. So that's where you want to focus on if you're looking to fade. If on a bad day when we're gapping down, you want to look to fade the strong stocks. The stocks that have been shorting, I don't know, you're not shorting, Exxon or any of those stocks on a day like today with oil strong, but you're looking to short stocks that yesterday were really weak. I mean, even Facebook was a nice fade. So, it's just something you want to keep your list of. Every day I try to note mentally. I used to do it on paper, and sometimes I still do, but typically, now I just do it by my memory still works well enough for me to remember what the weakest of the weak were and what the strongest of the strong were. I want to stay away from the strongest of the strong, and I want to zoom in on the weakest of the weak if I'm going to fade to the short side. Tomorrow.
Guys, incidentally, look at Monsanto. Monsanto is doing very similar to what Yum did, whereas it rallied to the highs of the pre-market. It hasn't given us a trigger down yet, but it's on the 5-minute. It has a sell setup. Okay, and if it triggers down below that 5-minute sell setup low into the declining moving averages on the daily, this would be a great place for you to short with low risk. So the short would be, 86.20, stop above 87. So 87.10. So you have $1 risk or potentially a stock that can fall back down to 84. So you have $2 worth of reward for less than $1 risk. And this is a weak stock in a market that, right now anyway, I don't know if we're fading the gap. Yeah, so we're fading the gap on the market. So Monsanto would be a stock that would be a good target for this. Now I'm done for the day, but this is a great setup. Today I'm going to be the 8-minute trader. We were done in 8 minutes.
Now I will say, Monsanto. Well, it may be, but off the open, I wasn't interested in it to bounce. And then usually it rolls over, but it always gets a bounce off the open. That's my memory.
Yeah, but certain gaps you short off the open, and certain gaps you don't short off the open. If it's an
You know, my
A-plus
muscle
gap,
memory on
like
Monsanto.
Younglos,
So now it may be a great fade,
that is
but
a
at the
stop
open, when it opened
that
at
you would do. With
83s,
A-plus gaps, you can
or
go
it's
pre-market
opened
or at the open.
exactly 84. For me, it
Monsanto was not an
wasn't
A-plus
on my
gap.
list
I
of
thought it was like
stocks
an A,
to short
so you'd have to wait for some kind of
because
a
I
sell
know
setup.
what
And
its
if you see
history
the
is.
whiteboard, that's a sell setup. Bang. If it triggers the sell setup, now you got a trigger. Okay? Guys, I'm going to let Michael run the room. I'm already done for the day. I got work to do. Trade well, everybody. Bye.